My child, slow down for a moment and listen carefully. Something gentle, yet deeply powerful is unfolding around your heart right now. This message did not appear by accident. There is a reason your eyes stopped here, and there is a reason your spirit feels a quiet pull to listen. Chosen one, heaven has a beautiful love message from your soulmate. Before you dismiss this as just another message, pause and breathe slowly. Notice the stillness inside you. Because what you are about to hear carries a tenderness your soul has been quietly waiting for. Somewhere beyond the noise of everyday life, beyond the confusion that once surrounded your heart, a truth about love has already begun to move toward you. Not loudly. Not dramatically. But softly, like a whisper traveling through silence and arriving exactly where it was meant to arrive. And that place is your heart. My child, before we continue, take a moment to respond with faith and openness. If this message resonates with your spirit, type, "I receive this," in the comments as a sign that your heart is open to the love heaven is preparing for you. Also, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so you do not miss the messages meant for you. This simple act is not just engagement, it is a declaration that you are ready to receive peace, clarity, and the love that is aligning with your life. Now listen closely. There is someone whose soul has been thinking about you in ways they cannot easily explain. They may not fully understand why your presence returns to their mind during quiet moments. Sometimes it happens when they are alone. Sometimes when they hear a song, see a place, or feel a sudden calm that reminds them of something they cannot name. Yet deep inside they feel it. A familiarity. A warmth. A sense of peace that does not come from ordinary attraction. It comes from recognition. Real soul recognition does not begin with noise or drama. It begins with a quiet awareness. A feeling that says, there is something meaningful here. Your soulmate has been slowly arriving at that awareness. Not through pressure, not through force, but through reflection and emotional growth. They have been learning about themselves in ways they never expected. Life has shown them lessons about patience, about sincerity, about the kind of love that does not disappear when life becomes complicated. In the past they may have confused excitement with love. Many people do. They may have believed that intensity was the same as depth. But experience has changed them. Time has softened certain fears and revealed what truly matters. And during this quiet transformation, your energy appeared in their heart in a way that felt different from anything they had known before. My child, this is important for you to understand. Real love is not created through chasing or convincing. It grows through alignment. Two lives moving through their own journeys until the moment arrives when both hearts are finally ready to recognize each other. That is why your story has been unfolding slowly. Heaven often protects something precious by allowing time to prepare it. While you were learning your own lessons about patience, dignity, and self-respect, your soulmate was also being guided through experiences that would shape their heart. They had to learn the difference between attention and devotion. They had to see how temporary connections feel empty compared to something genuine. Each lesson brought them closer to clarity. And that clarity slowly pointed toward you. There are moments when they remember your presence and feel an unexpected calm. Not excitement filled with anxiety, but a peaceful warmth that settles deep within them. It is the kind of feeling that makes someone pause and think carefully about what their heart truly wants. They may not speak about it yet. They may still be processing their emotions quietly. But the message inside them is becoming clearer with every passing day. That message is simple yet powerful. They feel drawn toward you in a way that feels safe, honest, and meaningful. My child, you must understand something equally important. This connection is not asking you to chase or prove your worth. Your worth has never been in question. The love being prepared for you respects your heart. It respects your dignity. It honors the quiet strength you have carried through times when you felt misunderstood or overlooked. Heaven does not send love that destroys your peace. It sends love that protects it. Your soulmate is beginning to realize that what they feel around you is not pressure. It is comfort. It is not confusion. It is clarity. When they think about the future, your presence appears there naturally, as if it has always belonged in that picture. They are starting to see that true love is not built through dramatic promises but through sincerity, patience, and emotional safety. That realization is changing the way they look at everything. They are becoming more thoughtful with their feelings, more careful with their words, more honest about what they truly desire. And the truth slowly rising within them is this: their heart feels at peace when they think about you. My child, sometimes you wondered why certain connections in your past did not work. You may have questioned your value or wondered if you had somehow missed your chance at real love. But those chapters were never punishments. They were preparation. They were teaching your heart to recognize the difference between attention and genuine care. And because of those lessons, you are now able to recognize something real when it appears. Your soulmate has also been learning in their own way. They have been realizing that love is not about control or constant excitement. It is about emotional safety. It is about the quiet joy of knowing that another person sees you clearly and still chooses you with sincerity. This realization has slowly opened their heart. And within that opening, a message has begun forming. A message they may not speak immediately, but one that grows stronger each day. The message is this: they are beginning to understand that their heart feels complete when your presence is near. They are beginning to see that what they once searched for everywhere else has quietly existed in the connection they share with you. This awareness is gentle but powerful. It is not driven by urgency. It is guided by clarity. My child, heaven works in ways that are often quiet but always meaningful. While you continue walking your path with patience and self-respect, something beautiful is unfolding beyond what your eyes can see. Your soulmate is slowly understanding the depth of what they feel. They are realizing that love does not need to shout to be real. Sometimes the most powerful love arrives softly, bringing calm where there was once uncertainty. And as this understanding grows within them, the message in their heart becomes clearer. A message of sincerity. A message of peaceful love. A message meant for you. My child, as this quiet understanding grows inside your soulmate's heart, something gentle begins to shift in the way they see the world around them. Things that once felt normal now feel incomplete. Conversations that once satisfied them now feel shallow. They begin to notice how rare it is to feel the kind of calm that appears when they think about you. This realization does not arrive suddenly. It unfolds slowly, like morning light spreading across the horizon. At first it is only a small awareness. A soft thought that appears unexpectedly. But as days pass, that thought returns again and again. And every time it returns, it carries more clarity. They begin to notice that when they imagine their future, your presence quietly appears within it. Not forced. Not imagined through wishful thinking. It simply feels natural, as if their heart already knows something their mind is still learning to accept. This is how true soul recognition begins. It does not shout. It reveals itself through peace. Your soulmate has been observing their own feelings carefully. They have asked themselves questions they never asked before. Why does thinking about you bring such calm? Why does your presence feel safe instead of overwhelming? Why does the idea of speaking honestly with you feel easier than pretending to be someone else? Each question leads them deeper into their own heart. And with every reflection they realize something important. The connection they feel toward you is not temporary. It carries a depth that cannot easily be explained away. My child, what makes this connection meaningful is not only what they feel. It is also the change that feeling has begun creating within them. They are becoming more thoughtful, more aware, more sincere about the way they approach love. In the past they may have rushed into situations that felt exciting in the moment but left them emotionally empty. Now they understand that excitement alone cannot build a lasting bond. True love requires patience. It requires honesty. It requires two hearts that are willing to meet each other without masks. And when they think about you, they feel that possibility. They sense that with you they would not need to pretend. They would not need to perform or compete for attention. They could simply be themselves. That thought brings them relief. Because deep inside, every heart longs for a place where it can rest without fear. You may not realize it, my child, but your quiet strength has already touched them. The way you carry yourself. The way you respect your own dignity. The way you refuse to chase or force affection. These qualities speak louder than words. They show a maturity that many people spend years searching for. Your soulmate notices this even if they have never said it aloud. They see that your heart is steady. That you value sincerity over attention. And this recognition creates a deep respect within them. Respect is the foundation of lasting love. Without it, affection fades quickly. But when respect exists, love grows stronger over time. Your soulmate is beginning to understand that what they feel for you is built on that foundation. It is not only attraction. It is admiration. They admire the calm energy you bring into their life. They admire the way your presence encourages honesty rather than confusion. These realizations are slowly guiding them toward a deeper emotional awakening. Sometimes they find themselves remembering small moments they shared with you. Perhaps a simple conversation. Perhaps a glance or a quiet interaction that seemed ordinary at the time. Yet now those moments carry a different meaning. They replay them in their mind and notice details they overlooked before. The warmth in your voice. The sincerity in your eyes. The peaceful feeling that surrounded the interaction. Each memory becomes another piece of understanding. They begin to see that the connection between you was never random. It carried a quiet significance from the very beginning. My child, heaven often plants the seeds of true love long before the heart recognizes them. At first those seeds remain hidden beneath the surface. Life continues with its normal routines. But slowly, through reflection and growth, those seeds begin to rise. Your soulmate is now reaching the stage where the truth can no longer remain hidden from their awareness. They feel a growing desire to understand what this connection truly means. They begin to imagine what life could look like if they allowed this feeling to be real. Not a fantasy, but a sincere relationship built on mutual care and understanding. This thought brings them both excitement and humility. Because genuine love always invites a person to grow into a better version of themselves. And your presence inspires that growth within them. They want to become someone who can protect the peace they feel around you. Someone who can offer loyalty instead of uncertainty. Someone who can speak honestly instead of hiding their emotions. This desire is not born from pressure. It grows naturally from the respect they feel for you. When a heart recognizes someone truly valuable, it begins to transform itself so that it can meet that value with equal sincerity. My child, while this transformation is taking place within them, you are also being guided in your own way. The patience you have shown has not gone unnoticed by heaven. Every moment you chose self-respect over desperation strengthened your spirit. Every time you refused to settle for less than genuine love, you aligned yourself with something better. These choices created space in your life for a connection that honors your heart rather than testing it endlessly. That space is now being filled slowly and beautifully. Your soulmate is approaching the point where their feelings can no longer remain unspoken inside them. They are realizing that silence cannot hold the truth forever. The more they reflect, the clearer their emotions become. And clarity naturally seeks expression. Soon they will feel a quiet courage rising within them. A courage that encourages honesty. Not dramatic declarations, but sincere words spoken from the heart. Words that reveal the respect and affection they have been quietly carrying. My child, this moment will not arrive through pressure or urgency. It will come through readiness. Real love moves at the pace of wisdom, not impatience. And when that moment arrives, it will feel peaceful rather than overwhelming. Because both hearts will recognize the sincerity behind the words being spoken. Until that moment unfolds, something important is already happening beneath the surface. Your soulmate's heart continues to grow closer to the truth. They are beginning to see that what they feel for you is not something to ignore. It is something to honor. Something to explore with honesty and care. Every reflection brings them closer to understanding the beautiful message their heart has been forming for you all along. A message of gentle love, of respect, of peaceful connection that feels guided rather than accidental. And as that message becomes clearer within them, the path between your two hearts continues to open, quietly and gracefully, exactly as heaven intended. My child, as this quiet awakening continues within your soulmate's heart, they begin to notice something unusual happening in their daily life. Moments that once passed quickly now slow down when thoughts of you appear. Ordinary routines suddenly carry a sense of reflection. They find themselves pausing more often, thinking more deeply, listening to their own emotions in ways they never did before. This is not confusion. This is awareness growing. And awareness always brings clarity. They begin to realize that the peace they feel when they think about you is different from anything they experienced before. It is not restless. It is not demanding. It does not push them into anxiety or urgency. Instead, it settles inside them like calm water after a storm. This calmness makes them curious. They start asking themselves why your presence creates such stability inside their heart. Why thinking about you feels safe rather than complicated. And every time they search for the answer, the same realization gently returns. Because what they feel is genuine. Real love does not exhaust the soul. It restores it. My child, your soulmate has been carrying memories of you quietly. Some memories are simple. Perhaps a conversation that felt easy and natural. Perhaps a moment when your kindness revealed itself without effort. At the time those moments may have seemed ordinary. But now they shine differently in their mind. They replay them and feel something warm rising inside their chest. A quiet appreciation for the sincerity they felt around you. Appreciation slowly grows into respect. And respect slowly grows into affection that cannot be ignored. This is how hearts awaken. Not through pressure, but through reflection. As they continue this reflection, they also begin to notice the difference between your presence and other connections they have known. With others there may have been excitement, but it faded quickly. There may have been attention, but it lacked depth. Yet when they remember you, the feeling remains steady. It does not disappear after a few moments. It stays. Calm. Warm. Meaningful. My child, this steadiness is the sign of something real. Love that is meant to last does not burn loudly and disappear. It glows quietly and continues shining even when life becomes busy. Your soulmate is beginning to recognize that quiet glow within their own heart. They may not speak about it openly yet. They are still understanding it themselves. But the truth is becoming stronger inside them with each passing day. They are realizing that the connection they feel toward you deserves honesty. It deserves attention. And most importantly, it deserves courage. Courage to admit what their heart already knows. Sometimes they imagine what it would be like to speak openly with you. They picture a moment of calm conversation. No pressure. No dramatic words. Just honesty shared between two people who respect each other deeply. When they imagine this moment, they feel both nervous and peaceful at the same time. Nervous because truth requires vulnerability. Peaceful because they know the connection they feel with you is sincere. My child, heaven often prepares hearts through this exact process. Reflection leads to understanding. Understanding leads to courage. And courage eventually leads to expression. Your soulmate is slowly walking through these steps. They are learning how to trust their own emotions. They are learning that genuine love is not something to hide or deny. It is something to respect and nurture carefully. As they continue this journey of understanding, they also begin to admire the qualities they see in you more clearly. They remember how you remained calm even during difficult moments. They remember how you valued honesty rather than playing emotional games. These memories show them that your heart carries maturity. And maturity creates safety. Safety is what every soul longs for when it seeks lasting love. They begin to realize that your presence offers that safety naturally. Not through promises, but through the way you live your life. My child, this realization is powerful. Because once a heart discovers someone who brings peace instead of chaos, it becomes very difficult to ignore that truth. Your soulmate feels that truth growing stronger within them. They see that with you they could build something stable. Something genuine. Something that does not depend on constant excitement but instead grows through mutual care and respect. They begin to imagine simple moments. Walking together through ordinary days. Sharing thoughts openly without fear of judgment. Supporting each other through life's challenges. These thoughts are not fantasies. They are quiet possibilities that feel real to them. And each time they imagine these moments, the feeling inside their heart becomes clearer. My child, while your soulmate is discovering these emotions, something equally important is happening within your own spirit. You are learning to remain patient without losing hope. Patience is not weakness. Patience is strength guided by wisdom. It means you trust that what is meant for you will arrive in the right moment. You are not forcing the path. You are allowing it to unfold naturally. Heaven sees this patience. And heaven honors it. Because when two hearts are guided by sincerity rather than impatience, the connection that forms between them becomes stronger and more meaningful. Your soulmate senses this calm energy within you. Even if they cannot fully explain it, they feel that you are someone who values depth over drama. This understanding draws them closer emotionally. They begin to feel that speaking honestly with you would not bring conflict or confusion. It would bring understanding. And that realization encourages them to move slowly toward greater openness. My child, love that is guided by heaven often begins quietly like this. No loud announcements. No dramatic entrances. Just two hearts gradually realizing the importance of each other. As this awareness grows, your soulmate becomes more attentive to their own feelings. They start noticing how their mood changes when they think about you. A sense of calm appears. A sense of hope appears. These emotions remind them that love does not need to be complicated to be meaningful. Sometimes the most powerful love is also the most peaceful. Your soulmate is beginning to understand that the message forming in their heart is not temporary emotion. It is a sincere recognition of someone who brings balance and warmth into their life. This recognition encourages them to prepare themselves emotionally. They want to approach this connection with honesty. They want to ensure that when they speak, their words come from clarity rather than confusion. This preparation takes time. But time spent preparing the heart always leads to stronger relationships. My child, the beautiful message heaven is guiding toward you is growing clearer inside them each day. They are realizing that your connection carries purpose. Not a dramatic destiny filled with chaos, but a peaceful destiny built on mutual understanding. They feel gratitude when they think about the possibility of sharing life with someone who values sincerity as much as they do. This gratitude strengthens their courage. Slowly, gently, they begin moving closer to the moment when their feelings will no longer remain silent. They will want to share what their heart has been learning. They will want to tell you how your presence has brought calm into their thoughts. They will want to explain that what they feel is not rushed emotion but quiet certainty. My child, when that moment eventually arrives, it will not feel overwhelming. It will feel natural. Like a truth finally spoken after being understood fully. Until that moment unfolds, the connection between your two hearts continues growing quietly beneath the surface of everyday life. Each reflection your soulmate experiences adds another layer of clarity. Each memory of you strengthens the warmth they carry inside. And as this warmth grows, the message forming within their heart becomes even more beautiful. A message of appreciation. A message of sincerity. A message that says the peace they feel when they think about you is something they wish to protect and nurture. This message is still unfolding, still deepening, still preparing itself to be shared in the most honest way. And as heaven continues guiding both of your hearts through patience and understanding, the path between you becomes clearer, calmer, and stronger with every quiet step forward. My child, as this gentle path continues to unfold, something very meaningful begins to settle inside both of your hearts. Not pressure. Not urgency. But a quiet understanding that love does not need to rush in order to be real. The strongest connections often grow in silence first. They grow through observation, reflection, and the slow realization that another soul brings peace where there was once uncertainty. Your soulmate is reaching a moment where their heart feels ready to honor the truth it has been discovering. They understand now that what they feel when they think about you is not something ordinary. It is a calm reassurance that your presence belongs in their life in a sincere and meaningful way. They are beginning to see that love is not about perfect words or dramatic gestures. Love is about showing up with honesty. It is about choosing someone with respect and protecting the peace that grows between two hearts. My child, the message heaven wished you to hear today is simple yet deeply powerful. Your heart has not been forgotten. The patience you carried, the dignity you protected, and the faith you quietly held inside have all been guiding you toward a connection that values those very qualities. Your soulmate's heart has been awakening slowly, learning to recognize the rare peace they feel when they think about you. And as that awareness continues to deepen, it brings them closer to expressing what their heart already understands. A sincere affection. A quiet admiration. A desire to build something real rather than temporary. Remember this truth as you move forward with calm confidence. Love that is guided by heaven does not arrive to disturb your peace. It arrives to protect it, nurture it, and grow with it. And the beautiful message forming within your soulmate's heart carries exactly that intention. A promise of sincerity, a promise of respect, and a promise that the peace you feel within yourself is the same peace they are beginning to feel whenever your presence enters their thoughts. Trust this gentle unfolding, my child, because when two hearts are guided by patience, honesty, and quiet faith, the love that eventually reveals itself becomes not only beautiful, but lasting. Type Amen.